Some people take it very lightly, and some doesn't happen sometimes, you know. And, you know, these people make it a big deal.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna do it again, I bet you.
I'll text.
Then that's gonna catch you.
That's right.
When you don't do it, that's
We got about 2 minutes.
Oh,
yeah.
some of these people that go and buy enough stuff that they might want to get back out to spring fair.
About 1 minute.
Well, we got a quorum. We'll get it worked out.
Sure. Now,
Good evening, everybody.
I was born in Baldwin. I was.
It's 5 o'clock. I'm gonna call the work session to order. The first thing we have administrative, physical matter. The first thing would be the Recreation Department, policy. And we waiting on Carlos, the county manager.
Yeah, he coming. We went.
Give us an update.
So he coming.
There'll be an opportunity for public comment during the work session.
Yes.
Yes, sir. If I may ask, which one you want to comment on first?
The recreation policy.
What's first on the agenda?
Recreation.
So I think y'all were discussing
Thank you.
the background checks of the volunteers and coaches. So you just need to finalize that. Before we want to present this to you at the first February meeting. Everything else you guys plan to resolve?
All right, I'm pretty slow, I wanna ask a question. All the red is what we have added or changed to, or help me understand that.
Yeah, those are the changes that Brandon made based on all the meetings that you've had.
Hit that mic button, Sammy.
I think about it, Bert.
I don't know if the,
You need to get in the habit of doing that.
I don't know if the video hurts you, Sammy. Folks out there in internet land
Yeah.
need to hear the soothing sounds of Mr. Hall's voice.
I'll try to do better.
Quit trying to make them feel good.
Carlos, you want to comment?
And we had that last minute,
Put this on.
edit, if you want to include it, regarding the children, let's see.
Oh, about what you
So it's
sent.
number 3, an individual convicted of any of the following crimes or substantially similar crime in any jurisdiction shall never be eligible to officiate in any Baldwin County Recreation Youth Program. Letter E,
I'm trying to find where you are.
Yeah,
it's about the middle.
it's like session 3.
G, 3G. Three G and then number 3E.
any crime, misdemeanor, or felony?
Yes, where a minor is a victim, accomplice, or accessory to the crime. So it's come to our attention that if a child is a witness to a crime, not necessarily somebody who's been hit or anything like that, but if a child is a witness, that is considered a crime.
Right, and so if someone does battery or whatever in front of a child, wouldn't that be disregarding a child though?
It's called cruelty.
Technically, that's what it is right now.
Okay.
Doesn't the law call it cruelty to children, Brandon, or something to that effect?
I think so. It's on my
Right.
list of things to
It's cruelty to
actually look
children.
at and see
If
what
you
the
get a
law
fight in front of a child,
clarifies.
that's cruelty
I
to
guess the
children.
question is how you all want to address it.
But one of the concerns I had with it, that Colonel Deason stated that he was okay with us, agreed to what you had sent us out. So that's why I said if he agreed with it, it was okay, I think I would be okay with it.
Well, remember, he didn't review the language. He just said that he wouldn't be concerned about the person who was applying to be a coach, who had this on his record.
Okay,
You know, but it's up to you, because this is one person. You know, what about somebody 2 years down the road, and maybe that person is,
That was,
well, that's what the policy say that anybody before or after that gonna have the same, they're gonna do the same rules also.
yeah.
So that's what we doing now. All these rules we getting ready to approve today is gonna be for forever until we amend them or change them again anyway, so.
Yeah, so this is your call, though.
Right.
so it's gonna have to be,
I would not be in favor of the change.
Okay.
I don't think I'd be in favor of the change either. I mean, didn't we just say that it would be considered a crime if the child was there? Didn't you say that, Brandon?
That's something I need to double check. I don't wanna,
well, I know
Cruelty to
working,
children?
Yes.
that's my instinct, but I'd like to.
well, I know working with the school system, if you got to fighting in front of a child or anything like that, you were charged with cruelty to children.
True.
And depending on your job, you could lose your teaching certificate for a few months or a year or whatever, or anything else. So,
So you wouldn't be in favor of the
no,
change
I'm not
either?
in favor.
You know, I think it's kind of it would be a new precedent if we were going to, and I'm not necessarily opposed to this, but if we want to let the sheriff's department decide who coaches there, that's one thing. Or clear it through them, that's one thing to consider. But we haven't spoken of that up until this point. I'm not necessarily opposed to that. I don't know how the sheriff's office feels about it, but in terms of, you know, all of these issues that are gonna come before us and, these volunteers, if we allow that to happen, we need to make sure that it's in the policy and that the sheriff's office is okay with it. If we're gonna make these rules on our own, then we need to kind of stick by that. That'd be my position on it. So I'm in favor of, for now, keeping it how it is.
With the suggested change to say that in letter E, we would have a qualifier that it would be, the exception would be for someone other than was a witness to crime. You're saying you want that in there?
Emma just said if you're fighting in front of a child, you're charged with
Yes, sir.
child cruelty.
Yes, sir.
So,
And that's a law, Brandon. I mean, really? Can you Google it since you don't really know?
I would think it would be like a family violence charge. I don't think it's cruelty to children. Is that? I mean,
No,
I
that's-
don't,
that's
I'm also
true.
way
You get to
outside of
fight
what
in
I
front
should
of
be
a child, you
commenting
gonna be
on.
charged with
Well,
cruelty
it's
too.
cruelty to children.
I can tell you the report
Yeah,
showed it
it's
as such,
Is what?
as a crime against children.
Yeah,
I think it is.
yeah.
And if
it
we're
ain't just
gonna,
fighting, it's any crime you commit in front of a child, you can be charged with cruelty to a child, to children.
and I think if we're gonna put people in charge of leading our children in any arena, education, sports, I would consider, I wouldn't want my child under the guidance of someone who had enough disregard for a child to behave in a criminal manner in front of my child.
Cause the law doesn't care if you the mama, grandmama, or dad, or whomever.
Okay.
It's cruelty to children.
So I think I can count to three, and you guys don't want to include
I
that
think you can count to
parenthetical
5 on that
statement. Okay.
Well, not me, I'm against it though, but,
Okay, you can-
but y'all still got 4 people, so it's good with me.
All right,
So everything else I think you had discussed in the last work session,
hold on a minute. All right, how is it going to read?
just the way it is here.
Any crime,
Crime,
misdemeanor, or felony where a child is a victim, accomplice, or accessory to the crime.
Yeah, I did not edit this. What I did is I sent you an email saying, hey, do you want to put a parentheses or, comma and say this is going to be your exception? But I gather you don't want that exception, so this will stay as is.
Okay.
So any other questions or issues, you'll be ready to vote for this first meeting in February?
I have a question, and it concerns use of the rec department. If you have a school or any other entity using the rec department, how are they paying us? How are we getting paid if we are storing their equipment and they're using it 2 or 3 times a week, or as
Yeah.
much as they want to or need to?
Yeah, I mean, that's, they're not getting charged. None of the schools are getting charged.
Okay, and
So
why is that?
JMA, EBLA, GMC, Baldwin County School District, they're not getting charged to have practices over there at the Recreation Department. If you want Commissioners Butts and Little to discuss that in a rec committee meeting, we can do that.
So why are they not getting charged? If
That's
we-
just
if we
been,
is- if
that's
we-
just been kind of the practice.
Because see, all the schools, I know the public school system, in fact, all of them, GMC, all of them have they're accessible to gyms and,
Yeah, but they have facilities.
yeah.
Yeah.
Why are they even using our facility? I
Uh,
mean, not that I mind, but I mean,
Yeah.
everybody's got a gym and a football field and a baseball field and a track and everything else. So what are they using?
Well,
They probably have scheduling conflicts at their facility.
I don't know that we've charged, I mean, we don't charge anybody to practice, do we? Like if a field is open, somebody takes
Yeah.
it, I mean, this is true of pickleball, this is true
Yeah.
of everything, right?
I'm talking about the rooms inside of the building.
Inside the building?
I thought
The
we were talking
rooms
about,
inside, if we're storing some, they're using it for storage and they're using it for practice 3 or more days a week.
My understanding was the rooms were for rent.
Yeah, that's what I've always,
There
you
was
know.
Right.
I don't know, was a gentleman with,
I would suggest, Carlos, what you mentioned, to let the rec department, rec committee look at it and
Okay.
discuss it and then come back with a recommendation.
Okay.
And it'll be me and Commissioner Strickland on that committee now.
Okay, whoever.
Okay. Next on the agenda is
Oh,
these.
we got a young man want to speak on the recreation
Yes.
committee.
You said what you just said. I thought it was you and,
No,
oh,
in Strickland.
okay.
you can come up, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
please.
Frank Speck, District 4. I'm in complete agreement with having a recreation department here in the county. I think it's good for the community. I think it offers a lot of opportunities and a lot of recreational opportunities for the citizens in general. I have been here, as I'm sure Ms. Davis, Mr. Hall will remember, when Walter B. Williams was the mayor and there wasn't a Walter B. Williams Park. So I've helped pay for everything that's out there one way or the other. And I got no problem with that. My children participated. I look forward to other generations participating. I'm good with that. But as a property tax payer, I kind of liken what's going on out there to when I bought my children a vehicle when they were younger. I'll buy you the vehicle, But if you wanna ride around in it, you figure out a way to put the gas in it. Don't have a problem with buying it for you, thinking that opens a lot of opportunities. I think that's good for you. And it teaches you a lot of life lessons when you figure out a way to get the money to pay for it. I don't see that as my place once the facility is made, built, paid for. It should run itself. It should pay its own bills. I wonder how you justify to the people that Mr. Tobar referred to in a previous meeting, they're living in third world situations. When you say next year when you pay your property tax, I want you to dig a little bit deeper because we need for you to help pay for somebody to go play ball. Or we need for you to dig a little bit deeper so somebody can go slide down the water slide. That doesn't make sense to me. Just like I don't understand if you participate in, say, golf, which I've heard over and over pretty much pays for itself at the county level. How do you charge somebody a green fee and say, well, listen, it's got to be that much because we got bills to pay. This is what it takes to keep the place going. But if you go down the street and participate in a different sport, whatever we don't charge you that we need to make up, we'll just send the bill to the taxpayers. That doesn't make sense to me. So instead of just coming up and complaining about something, I'd like to propose something. I'd like to propose a solution. I think a comprehensive exam or study of the recreation department a little deeper than just saying, let's raise the rates on everything $5 next year. That was not a particularly deep look at what's going on out there. Let's find out what each thing costs. Let's make the participants pay for what they're doing. There's not as many soccer games in a season as there may be baseball games. It takes 2 referees in one sport, 3 officials in another. You know, they don't all cost the same. So you may be charging too much for one now and just don't know it. You won't know until you find out what you're spending. And I think that's a service that you owe yourselves so that you can make those decisions with some intelligence. The other thing I would say is there's no way that you're going to ever convince everybody that we can do this all under the taxpayer. Because at some point in time, however you choose to do it, it's going back to the property taxpayers. And that's just not a winning formula. Every time you raise that, you're taking a little bit out of something that taxpayer was going to use to pay for something else. And I got no problem with the basics, building roads, providing a recreation area, all that. But when I start paying for somebody else to go and play a sport or participate or go swimming or go play golf or whatever, I got a problem with that. There are a lot of life lessons can be learned by figuring out a way to get the money to go do what you want to do. And that's all I had.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Well, the next item will be the 2026 CDBG property donation to the land bank. County manager.
Okay. So I prepared a letter for Chairman Butts to sign. It had a couple of suggestions that Attorney Brandon Palmer recommended.
Mr. Chairman, if I may, do you mind if I just wanted to say before we close the chapter on this, that I fully support Mr. Speck's proposition here that we direct the county manager to find out what every program costs. And that way we can make a more intelligent decision about how our fee structure is at Walter B. Williams.
I would agree with that.
I agree with it.
I have no problem with that.
I'm fine with that.
Got it.
Thank you, sorry.
So for item number 2, you're being asked to authorize the chairman to sign a letter to donate 1928 Irvington Road, which can accommodate 3 homes, and The 1650, 1660, and 1670 Vincent Highway. Those are three parcels the county owns. And this is for the 2026 CHIP habitat grant application, by the way, not 2026 CDBG. So those are the four parcels that you're going to be asked to donate to the Land Bank Authority on the condition that it donates it to Habitat for Humanity if Habitat is successful in getting its grant.
So it should be not CDBG, but CHIP.
Yes.
And then once we, if we agree to donate these properties and they belong to Habitat, we're free and clear of it?
Yeah,
As far as, there's no other money that we spend?
Well, you'll pay for the title search and all the legal fees to transfer the property, which you would have had to have done if you were going to sell the property or,
Was that
do
cost-
something else with it.
What's the roundabout figure on that, do you know?
It's not a whole lot of money.
Was it not a whole lot of?
Yeah.
Probably about $1,500 to $2,000
Per
is
partial,
what I've seen. Total, should be total.
per partial?
It should be total for all four.
No,
So 500 a parcels, no, that's not bad.
Mr. Chairman.
And that's a ballpark figure.
Yeah.
Let me see.
I just want to make sure this wasn't getting us on the hook for more money somewhere. And
No, and, yeah, this, Habitat is handling the application, the county is not paying for any of that. It's 1650, 1660, and 1670 Vincent Highway.
But in addition to that $500 for the title fee and all that, isn't this the property that you said we were gonna have to spend something to clean them up? I mean, we gotta tear the houses down, clean up
We
the
did
trees?
that already.
We've already done that?
Yeah.
On these? Okay.
On Vincent Highway,
Ni-
we just talked about that. You said that it was a house on there. I didn't realize it
No,
had
it's
grown.
not, it's not this one. It's
Okay.
up the street, it's in the city,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
So,
We'll deal with that one at a
so
later date.
these properties are already clear, and the only thing we'll have to pay for is the tax and the title.
1928 Irvington had two houses and we got them demolished 5 or 6 years ago. And the others is just woods and Habitat will take care of all that. There are no structures on the
And
Vincent Highway.
If the CHIP grant is not approved, we don't have to do anything,
That's
right?
right.
And we won't be doing that title search until we find out, right?
Yeah, that they got the grant.
Haven't we already done it for 3 of them?
We may have done it for the Vincent Highway because that was committed to the CDS as well. But I'm not sure about that right now.
Yeah, my title abstractor was saying that he'd already run it on 3 of the properties, and there was one more that he would still have to do.
So we owe that already.
Mm-hmm.
So the 3 must be Vincent Highway.
Yeah, because those 3 were committed to the congressionally directed spending request as well.
So, Mr. Chairman.
And these will get the properties back on the tax rolls and people will be paying property taxes.
And you wanna talk about it, or?
It doesn't matter either, or we
Okay,
can, we
you
can,
go ahead.
okay. On Irvington Road, we've talked about ever since we've started this CHIP program, and that we wasn't gonna give everything to the land bank for the purpose of gifting it to Habitat. You stated to us if someone had a 501c3 and they could do what we needed to do on the property, that you would bring that before us, we do the same process that we're doing for Habitat, and that person would develop it, have a plan and would develop it. So someone is interested in the Irvington Road property. So why do you keep forcing it to happen? And Habitat's a good thing, I mean, it's been wonderful. But you've told us
Yeah.
something totally different. And I've stated in meetings, I've stated in executive sessions,
Yeah, they just need to come and present before the commissioners.
And-
And it's in your land bank authority, ordinance, right? That's what they, no, not in the,
Bylaws?
IGA.
in the, whatever created the land bank authority, it says any nonprofit, does not specify Habitat.
Exactly.
But they gotta come up and make a presentation
Right.
before you.
And so, go ahead, I'm sorry, go ahead.
So on the Irvington Road property, can we just hold off on that one and give the person the opportunity to come up and present their plan?
I would have to edit the letter that the
Right.
chairman presented, but if that's what the board wants to do whatever you guys want me to do.
Well, I'm for
But
it.
it's, I have not been approached by anybody. I was approached by one person, about the Vincent Highway parcels. And I told that person, cause he's buying the house next door, I told that person what the intent was for Vincent Highway.
So did you tell that person that they had the opportunity? This is not the same person, because this person that we're talking about is interested in Irvington Road, but the
Yeah.
Vincent Highway person, did you afford them the opportunity to come before us and give us a plan, or you just told them no,
I
basically?
told them that it
You
had
just
been,
kind of encouraged them in a different
I
direction.
told them that it was committed to the CDS request, which you voted on already.
And that's why, I stand with Commissioner Davis. Let's just hold on from the 1928 till we get this guy maybe 30 days to present something to us. If he don't, then we come back before the board and add, Irvington Road to Habitat.
Mr. Chairman, why wouldn't you just tell him to come and present on the next round of properties?
I did tell him that, so, but that's why I'm just putting 30 days in there just in case something happens. So hopefully he told me we'll get something in about a week.
Yeah.
But,
Because
things
he
can
owns the
happen.
property right next to this property. And he's getting ready to develop that property.
Yeah. So this might hurt Habitat's chances at getting the grant if it doesn't have a commitment from the county for that lot.
One
But
lot,
that's up to you. It's due at the end of the month.
I mean, could we not just put the property out for bid?
and that's what it,
See if a guy wants to buy it?
right, and that's what one of the things we spoke to him about. If two people bidding, if two people want the property, then we might have to put it up for bid, so. So that's one of the things I discussed with him when he brought this to my attention.
Well, now, did Habitat come and present and to the board and
No,
be, like for these four?
They presented their letter to Rhonda Gilbert, and then I was presented with that, and then I presented it. That's why we're talking about this today.
Okay.
And see, the problem, Carlos, like when the person on Vincent Highway came to you talking about the property, if we could have sold that property and gotten our whatever little bit of tax money or how, because it's been there for years, so there's no telling how much, Kathy would start the bidding at. I mean, that seems like an issue, like if someone in the community, because they're gonna have guidelines, just like Habitat or anyone else, because they're 501c3, they're gonna have a timeline when they have to do this, that, A, B, C, 1, 2, 3. That's kind of a problem. If you have somebody interested in developing and gonna pay by the property, I'm not understanding that. Or even if we give it to them, through the land bank, it's
Yeah.
still gonna be back on the tax roll. So I don't like that.
I've not seen anybody come and want to present. Nobody's approached me and said, hey, can I?
But you just say somebody approached you about Vincent Highway and you
Right,
kind of
right.
turned them in a different direction.
No, because you already committed those 3 parcels last year for the congressional directed spending request application.
I have no concern with Vincent Highway. My concern is with the, Irvington Road.
right now.
Irvington
yeah.
Road right now.
Probably my overall concern would be, it gets here and all of a sudden, oh, I know somebody, hold up, let's stop. I know somebody who might want it, and, I feel like there's a process to get it to here.
But they just approached us.
It's not my fault
You know.
that somebody
Yeah, but-
didn't,
Yeah, but I don't know the process to get it here. We talked about the Vincent Highway property a year ago. We never discussed the Irvington Road property till tonight. If I would've known about this last month, I would've told you. So we can't, I don't know how we get to the Irvington Road.
Yeah, we know Vincent Highway has been on the radar, but
Is it a possibility to just put the Irvington Road property out for bid? Does that solve problems?
I'll be okay with either way the board decides, but what I don't like about it, if he don't give us that plan, we'll get the Habitat, because they're a good organization that can do it. And he should be able to afford it. The 501c should go up under the same rules as Habitat go up under. So now we changed it. And now it seems like to me we're changing the rules because two people want it, two 501cs want it. I don't care, both of them come and present it to us, and the board chooses which one they think would be the best fit, and I'll be okay with that. But now it seems like we putting something out to bid because two 501cs want it, and.
When you say two, you mean Habitat being one
Right.
and then this
And
individual?
This individual say he's a 501c and that he was interested in it.
I mean, he runs some sort of charity? 501c3 is a charitable
Yeah,
organization, so
yeah, we
he's-
know that, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And the
they was-
501c3 has
they
to
was just inquiring about it, cause they
Yeah.
getting ready to develop the property next to it that they have purchased.
Mm-hmm.
And they started inquiring about that, and that's when they reached out.
Doesn't a 501c3 have the ability to purchase land?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they're nonprofit.
So if they want it, put it out for bid and they can buy it. I mean, they obviously have a vested interest in the property next door. They probably pay top dollar.
So what are you saying, Mr. Chairman? You want both of them to come and make a presentation and then we will make a determination as
Yes.
to which one?
Make a determination which one.
I'd recommend just putting it out for bid.
That sort of seems like the simplest thing to do, but I mean, you know.
I'm not, the processes, I'm not familiar with the processes of how to go acquire property out of the land bank. But if I find something I'm interested in, then I'll go figure that out. And if something's already happened with that property and it's, I don't know what kind of precedent it sets. Whoop, hold up. My friend wants to look at it. My friend's interested, we have to stop this. So when somebody else,
Nobody
Did
said
the-
anything
did the
about
deal-
a friend.
Did you say that we've
So-
already committed to this piece of property or not?
The Vincent Highway
Highway.
ones.
All right,
Vincent
but
Highway.
the one they're talking about, we have
Not
not
Irwinton.
committed.
Yeah, that's our first time hearing about it, when he put it on the agenda. My first time hearing about it, the Irvington property.
That makes a little difference. I mean, we hadn't committed to it, so we can do whatever we choose to do.
And to your point, Mr. Chairman and Ms. Davis, I mean, there's a lot of people live in this county. There may be a lot of people interested in that property. You put it out to bid and
I'm okay with
Yeah.
putting it out to bid.
That's right.
Then if don't nobody purchase it, then we can
Back
just
to
give
square
it back
one.
to Habitat, then we can give it to Habitat.
sure, you could set a reserve and, reasonable, obviously, and if, you don't get the bid, then we can go somewhere else with it.
Carlos, if we have not committed to this piece of property, then how will it affect, you said it might affect Habitats. How will that do? 'Cause
Yeah.
we haven't given it to
They
them.
have some other lots in the county. We were trying to, help out Commissioner Butts' district by doing some infill development there. But they have lots in other places that they could build houses on.
Okay, so this one shouldn't hurt it then if we,
Well, we'd have to take it out of the grant application, so they'll do that.
so this one will hold up the other three?
No,
No, and they've got other land that they
It's
could
separate.
propose.
Something else they could put in there.
I thought you said if this one wasn't in there, it'd affect eligibility
We-
for the other three.
Yeah, Rhonda needs to know right away so that she can edit the document, edit the application.
Yeah, they can just change that. Yeah, mhm. And what other property would you put on that application?
They've got land over there by Duplex City and other places.
Like, they already have it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
so Mr. Chairman, what's the direction?
so the consensus of the board, I think I heard it, that, we put it up for bid. And if it don't get any bids on it, then we'll turn it over to Habitat.
Yeah, well, if,
Turn
it-
if they get a
To the
To the
grant
land
for
bank,
it.
well, it'll go to the land bank,
Yeah.
and the
To the
land
land
bank
bank,
award it to
With
Habitat.
the purpose of giving it to Habitat.
Is that what I'm
Yeah,
hearing?
I'm fine
Are you
with
gonna
that.
set a reserve? I mean, what,
I wouldn't be comfortable with the reserve yet until we know what the back
What the value
taxes
of it.
are, or,
Yeah,
I have
we
no
need-
problem with the reserve, I just wouldn't wanna put that number on
And
it.
we need to know that number, Carlos, before you put it out for bid. We need to know
Yeah.
what we're gonna decide to sell it for.
Yeah, and it's a
Yeah.
large parcel, can accommodate 3 houses. So it should
I
be
mean-
valuable land.
Well, it's whatever the value, we selling it for, like we've always done. Whatever the tax commissioner say, if she say
That's
it's
your
$2 or $50,000, that's what the bid will start at, that amount or a little bit over. Correct me, isn't that correct?
yeah, I think that's what we've done before.
Yeah,
And Attorney, Brent Palmer, is it possible we can put something in there in the sale, in the PSA stating that you have to build something on this property in so many months?
Yeah,
Or a
we've
year or
done
something.
like a reversionary clause.
Is that like a
before.
clawback?
Yeah, so if you wanna put conditions and say if you don't comply with this condition, then it reverts back to the county, we can certainly do that.
Okay.
okay.
Will y'all be okay with that? We'll do
Yeah,
that.
Yes,
that's
sir.
fine, yeah, that's
We don't
good.
wanna sell
And
it to the
also,
Just be-
Carlos, with these properties that we have, let us know where they are, we need to put it out there, so, cause like Commissioner Strickland say, it's probably a lot of people in town that have 501c3s that might wanna develop something.
But you don't, I mean, there might be people just wanna buy it, don't have to have a 501c3.
Right, you might wanna just buy it, so we kinda need to know where these properties are.
Well, I know sometimes you can go on Q Public Net and you can put in Baldwin County, government, and it'll tell you about, I think the last time I checked, it was like 38 properties we had here.
Yeah,
I don't know
I have an
how
updated list from Kathy Settle.
Okay.
Well,
I think it's now down to 34, isn't it?
34.
You know, something to think about too, if a nonprofit gets it, like Habitat gets it, does something with it, turns it over to a private citizen, correct?
Yes, sir.
So, assuming that, I mean, there may be another nonprofit that does the same model, but if just a nonprofit bought it, it may not go back on the tax roll.
But see,
it won't go back on
Yeah,
unless
I
they do
mean,
something with it.
unless their intention is to do what Habitat does.
But see, that's what Carlos had told us, that it could be gifted to Habitat or a nonprofit for the purpose of building a house, 2 houses, 10 houses. And it go back on the tax roll.
That's what you all voted for.
Right.
When you initiated the
Exactly.
Land Bank Authority.
So, same scenario, I mean, so why do we need to put everything out for bid?
Well, that's
if that-
if it goes through the land bank.
Right, if it
Carlos?
goes
If it
through-
doesn't go through the land bank, if we sell it to Joe Blow 501c3, unless we put something in our, sales
Sales agreement.
to make him have
It has to wind up
build
in
something.
private hands to go back on the tax roll.
Right. I think we ought to take all 34 of those properties, if none of these have been, in the last tax sale, and if we've had them over a year, we ought to put them out for bid again and see what we can get.
We had
Set a
some of-
reserve on them and say, I mean, the worst you can happen is get nothing,
We've had some of them for years.
but you
agree.
might get something for some of
Now,
them.
you got a couple that are non-buildable.
Well-
They're in floodplains and stuff like that.
Let's use a little common sense, and if they're not buildable, we scratch that one. We don't put that one out there. If they're suitable for building, we can advertise them.
So if they're not buildable, that means no one can put a mobile home or anything on it?
Nothing.
Okay, nothing.
Might be where you
They're
can't
in
perk
flood
with the septic
zones.
tank.
In the
Flood
flood
zones.
zone, or they too small, either one, based on our ordinance.
Okay.
Okay, we ready? Next one? Were you gonna say something?
I just wanted to make sure that you, understood, I don't know. I just want to, Mr. Chairman, I just want to make sure that the county manager had the right direction.
Yeah, and so you wanna look at all the parcels and maybe put them all out to bid?
I'm okay
Why
with that.
not?
I'm okay with it.
Okay.
If the rest of the board okay
Yeah, I'm
with it,
fine
I'm
with it,
okay.
because people always calling, you know, I know 2 people in Atlanta that said, when you all gonna have property up, tax sale or whatever, please let me know.
Yeah, now tax sale's different, but.
Yeah, I know,
Yeah.
but I'm
Yeah.
saying, you know, we can put this.
Surplus
Yeah.
property.
Yeah,
whatever you
surplus
call it.
property, right,
I think it,
I do get those calls.
yeah.
as long as we're talking about residential parcels. I mean.
Yeah, I assume no commercial parcels.
Well, I just mean like maybe that's not the right language, but a parcel that a home once was on that we acquired, that, you know what I mean, that another home would be fitting in that space. So I don't know what the language needs to be, but we also own property that is different. So when we say there's 34 parcels, are we talking about, what are we talking about here? Are we talking about,
Well, why are we objecting to what, I mean, we have our land use plan. Our land use plan would determine whether or not it's in a commercial area or residential area or whatever. So they can only do whatever the building code allows them to do.
Right.
Yeah, I'd love to have a look at what the 34 properties are.
well, for instance, just, there may be something you want to do a request for a proposal on rather than a bid or a sale based on its location and future use or whatever. I don't know. I just haven't looked at them all,
Yeah.
so.
The one that's gonna be, really appealing, if you put it out to bid, is at 134 Stevens Drive. And, you do have developers who wanna partner with the county on a rural workforce housing initiative on that parcel. 50-something acres across the street from Walter B. Williams Park.
If I remember.
Very attractive.
If I remember correctly, I believe at our last meeting, we referred that we're not doing any of those kinds of projects,
Yes,
Right.
right?
just letting you know.
Right.
Well, I wanna make that clear.
Because
To
that Stevens
include
Drive
134
property,
Stevens.
they can buy that straight out if
Straight
they
out.
want it. That's right,
Yeah.
that's right.
And even if they buy it and still go back on the tax digest, if they don't put anything on it, they still gotta pay
They still
taxes
gotta
on
pay
it.
taxes on
That's
it.
right.
And I'd be curious too, I mean, because it's adjacent to the city, it's subject to the zoning requirements for the
Annexation,
city.
Annexation.
And so, you know, I don't know that what you just described would fit what the city would want done there.
Our building code says that if it's within 300 foot of the city limits, they have to follow the city building
Right.
code.
That's what I was getting at.
Yeah,
Well-
we were already told by one Georgia authority that something like that parcel, the city would have to apply.
Yeah.
Well, Mr. Chairman, how would you feel about just going through these parcels? You know, obviously not today, but maybe scheduling a time to go through all the parcels and just kind of make decisions on them at another work session.
I'll be okay with that. But I like Commissioner Hall idea also, just put them up for sale, put them up
I
for
mean-
bid. Cause we complicating it by having another work session discuss.
Why do we care, you know,
Right.
if you buy that piece of property, you're limited because of the building codes as to what you
Anyway,
can do.
that's
Right.
right,
So you're not gonna put a
Are you-
goat farm out there in the
Are we
middle of
really?
the neighborhood.
yeah.
I mean, I don't know how limiting the building codes are.
But, Mr. Howell, to your point about the property being, non-buildable, you said scratch it, but it may, think about it, it may be next to someone's other land, and they may want to use it
Well,
just to
that's
parking or
park.
something.
So I don't think we should scratch it.
We just need to identify
We-
it as non.
Right, and let them know up front that
That's-
it's
that's what happened with
non-buildable,
Felton
but they
Drive.
could use it for, could they put a storage house on it or put
Well,
nothing on it?
Somebody just wanted a bigger yard, that's what happened
Right,
with
that's what
Felton
I'm
Drive.
saying.
Well,
So,
in
yeah,
that case, there may be others that wanna
right.
want a bigger yard.
I'd rather go the path of Commissioner Hall that we just put them up for bid. See how many how many property we could sell, then we can go through the other ones and try to do something with them.
Okay.
Before I would go a blanket thing like that, I'd at least want to have a look.
Right,
I think
Yeah,
there's.
I'll get that to you.
okay.
I'm generally in favor of that direction.
Me too. I just think, if I'm not mistaken, we have some property that we lease out to other organizations. Is this property that y'all, you know, you see what I'm saying? Is that on the table for selling it, putting it out to bid, or?
No, I wouldn't
No.
think, I don't know, I wouldn't think anything we lease would be on what we're talking about is these tax sale properties that we've collected over the years that are basically vacant properties.
We didn't necessarily want them, but we got them.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, as long as we're distinguishing between those two things. So if the 34 parcels includes, is that just tax sale property, or is it all of our property?
No,
not
not
all
all
of
our properties.
No, it has to be just tax sale.
Okay,
properties that
that's what I was looking
defaulted
for.
on by tax.
Something to distinguish it.
or the Stevens Drive, that was not through the tax sale, it was gifted to the county. That's the one everybody's calling about.
Well, they can buy it.
I'm gonna include it in the
If
list.
Commissioners wanna
But
sell it, I think they
We
wanna sell
need
it.
to set a reserve on that.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we
Right.
gonna have to
Oh,
set a
Oh,
good
yeah,
one
on that piece, for sure. Yeah, that's,
All right.
We got about 17 more minutes to discuss the personnel handbook. If
Now
everybody
that-
through with this,
Yeah, the personal handbook is easy.
Do y'all, right now, y'all don't want a work session at this point?
no,
Right.
I think we can probably do it among.
yeah, among ourselves, yeah.
Everybody can just look at the stuff.
There was just one outstanding issue on the personal handbook, and Brandon put it together. I think it'll make you all happy.
Thank you, sir.
This is on travel. Very minor changes.
No, you sure okay?
Got me a lost truck? Nothing good yet. Too early in the day.
I'll stand up. Anything for you, sir. Sit up there.
you don't like it? We got no problem with it.
Hey, Lee.
Hey Lee, how are you?
Haley. How you doing? By the way, that EA should be approved relatively soon. After that language had been dictated by FAA. So we made our change, we submitted it. Should be moving fast now. And I think
Too bad for me to read.
yeah, one of the things that Linda was asking for, we don't have that document. Paul was gonna send me the email, to know what it is.
Sometime you'll be lucky and get
I
it.
vaguely remember.
Should I get the Andrew
Yeah.
Prize?
It wasn't official meeting, but they had easels with big pictures
I was being funny, get the
Yeah.
Commissioner
Yeah, no, I
Strickland
remember
pose.
It was probably GDOT, I think somebody was here from GDOT, somebody from somebody from.
The environmental firm. So we will do kind of the same thing, is figure out where those documents are, and we'll get them to you.
Okay.
But we don't have them. But we're trying to be good neighbors. We're not just gonna say, tough luck, go pound sand. I'll try to find it for you.
Well, I've tried to read it. But, no, John, Crawford,
No. Are we waiting on something?
We waiting on to decide whether or not we want to accept this or not.
Oh,
Just a minor change, so y'all okay with it?
yeah, I'm okay.
yeah, I'm good with it.
I'm
All
going.
right.
I'm good with
So
it.
this is ready to be voted on next meeting.
All right.
Personal handbook.
This was the only thing that we left hanging, right?
That's it. Do you need a motion to adjourn, Chairman?
Yes, sir. I entertain a motion to adjourn.
So
So
moved.
moved.
All right, Chairman, if you, just to
Second.
remind the public, this is a work session, so we'll be back in session at 6 for the regular meeting.
I seconded the motion, both.
We're getting ready to adjourn the work session, and we'll be back in about 10 minutes. It's not the regular meeting.
You got to,
Now, let us
we got to vote to adjourn?
Yeah.
Okay. He said yes, I do. Any discussion? Any discussion? No. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Meeting adjourned. Yes, ma'am. I ain't meaning like I was cutting you off.